In this video, we'll outline the basics of the peer review process, as well as a couple of tips to help you locate and evaluate a mix of scholarly and popular content for your research. The peer review process basically involves an article being submitted to a journal, and then any information that has anything to do with your identity, such as name, gender, or race, is stripped out of the article before being passed on to subject experts in the field for review. This way, the content of the article stands or falls on its own, hopefully eliminating bias. The experts that get to review this article are often other academics, such as professors or researchers, working in the discipline you are researching. Remember, this is not required for more popular titles, so finding an academic source adds high value to your research process in the form of information that has been cleared, fact-checked, and verified by others. So why not just use peer-reviewed articles then? Well, remember, content found in more popular titles isn't necessarily incorrect or harmful. They just don't have the rigorous review requirements academic titles do. It can also be important to get a sense of what others, like casual observers, news outlets, or other professionals, are saying about your research topic. A nice mix of popular and scholarly content helps to give you a better understanding of not only the facts and body of scholarly work surrounding an issue, but also a sense of how others in our world are reacting to or being affected by a given topic of interest. For example, if I did a search for gravitational waves in the library's OneSearch tool, I'm going to get several hits. One of these is Gravitational Waves Hit Prime Time from the publication Sky and Telescope. Now, the article itself, if I open it here, looks great. It has some nice graphics, tables, and if I briefly skim over the article, I can see some interesting concepts that I might want to explore further. Okay. Now, if I go out to the Sky and Telescope Publications webpage, I'm going to learn pretty quickly here, though, that this is not necessarily an academic title. First off, I do see a lot of ads, and I shouldn't see many of those for a peer-reviewed title. Also, the toolbar shows me the word magazine up here at the right, which is another tell. While I might find some very valuable information here, I'm not feeling confident that this is an academically peer-reviewed title. Now, if I go back to my list, I can also find something like this, Gravitational Waves in Fourth Order Gravity, published in Astrophysics and Space Science. If I look at the article itself, I see a nicely arranged article of scientific writing here, a very technical writing style, if I look it over. I see an abstract summarizing the article, followed by an introduction, areas that show me the work process and findings, capped off with a conclusions page to summarize what they've accomplished, as well as a references page. This references page is important because it's going to give me a sense of where these researchers went to get their own information and how I can also have a roadmap to go back to those sources myself. Okay, so once here at the journal's homepage, if I go out to Astrophysics and Space Science, the journal's homepage itself, I can see a nice description of the journal's scope. That's going to let me know things like this is a journal, not a magazine. Okay. The last sentence here in the description is very telling, though. It tells me all papers published in the journal are subject to thorough and strict peer reviewing. So, in summary, if you're ever unsure about an article, go to Google and type in the name of your journal that your article is from, and then go to that homepage. Look at the About section or Submission Process section. Most titles will just straight up tell you that they're academic, stating things like, we are a double-blind peer-reviewed publication, or we are a highly ranked peer-reviewed journal. They want you to know that they are trustworthy, because a journal can get into serious trouble if they are caught lying about this, losing credibility or funding and even subscribers along the way. Look at the author submission guidelines as well, so that you can see that they clearly state their content will be reviewed by experts before being accepted. Remember these basic tips as you conduct your own research. Try and locate a nice mix of magazines and journals along the way, and you'll come to more robust conclusions and gain more credibility as a researcher if you can demonstrate your familiarity with these information categories. If you're still confused, contact one of your librarians here. We are here to help.